Welcome to the Beau Show. In June of this year, I was presented with a unique opportunity as a singer and an actor. It was the chance to portray the most famous person to have ever lived, Jesus Christ. And it came at a unique time in my life. The Greek word kairos comes to mind, which means a unique, critical, opportune moment in time. I say this because things happen when they are supposed to happen, not before, not after. And I was presented with this opportunity indirectly by a friend of mine who had performed in the Phantom of the Opera. We hailed from the same hometown and had kept in touch over the years. He knew about a tragic car accident I had had in 2020 in which I lost my father. My Christian faith guided me through those turbulent times. And in tough times, people on earth ask, where is God in all of this? If something horrible happens, how can I put my faith in something or someone that seems to be impervious to my pain? I was introduced to Jeremiah Ginsburg, who lived near me in Florida. And I spoke with him about a musical he had written called Messiah the Musical, previously called Rabboni. To know Messiah the Musical is to know its creator. Ginsburg is a Jewish man who grew up in a warm Jewish home. His father and grandfather were fruit and vegetable deliverers, and his family tree goes back to Jewish lineage in Russia. This is important as we think about the context of current events. Ginsburg comes from a line of classical musicians, and although he was musically inclined himself, his father wanted a more stable career for his son. Ginsburg plodded his way through college and eventually went to law school, but kept feeding the musical bug. And in 1981, the very year that I was born, Ginsburg wrote and premiered what is now known as Messiah the Musical. Messiah opens with a simple, modest character, Mendel Moskowitz, a fruit and vegetable delivery man in Brooklyn. He's a prototypical Jewish character. Like many people, Jewish or otherwise, he was trying to find purpose in his simple life. What will be written on his tombstone? Is this all there really is to life? So he wrote a poem which goes, "If you'll show me the road to follow, I will shoulder the load for you." And this begins the opening number of Messiah the Musical with the humble Mendel Moskowitz.
If you show me the road to follow, I will shoulder the load for you. I will shoulder the load when I'm weary. It will cheer me to follow you.
After a year of praying this very prayer in 1971, the playwright Ginsburg found himself in a vision of seeing a man with beautiful, mournful eyes and a beard in his periphery. Ginsburg describes this as being in a vision, not a dream, fully conscious of being thrust through space and time to experience an indescribable love, which we know as agape love. It is not a brotherly love or an amorous love. It was in this revelation that Ginsburg saw God the Father, who introduced him to Yeshua, his son. It was at this point that Ginsburg knew that Jesus, or Yeshua in Hebrew, had been revealed to him as the Messiah. So Ginsburg, through the autobiographical character of Mendel, asks questions we all ask.
Dear God, could you please show me why I'm even on this earth? Have you ever seen so much turmoil on the planet? It's enough to make a person lose all hope. Could you please show me where I could find hope and peace? Lord, our people believe that the Messiah will bring peace. So, when will he get here already? We're waiting for him. And while we're at it, could you please show me why we've been so persecuted down through the ages? Well, everybody hates us. What did we ever do to them? Oh God, I've got so many questions. But you're probably too busy to answer. I might as well just go to sleep. Who am I anyway? Just Mendel Moskowitz, the fruit and vegetable delivery man from New York. Brooklyn. Oi, such a big shot.
So when I was asked to play the role of Yeshua in this musical, you can imagine what large shoes or sandals I was stepping into. And it is in this curious yet dramatic way that I, as Yeshua, introduce myself to Mendel.
But what did it all mean? You should pardon me, Lord, but with you everything is a big secret. Don't get me wrong. I'm tickled pink to hear from you. You should contact me again. But God, a prophet knows how to interpret dreams like this. Not me. I'm just Mendel Moskowitz, the poor as a mouse, fruit and vegetable delivery man from Brooklyn, whose wife left him for religious reasons. She worshipped money, and I didn't have any. Someone like me knows only from a little borscht, a couple of blintzes, maybe a glass of tea. So maybe next time you contact me, it'll be with answers instead of questions.
Mendel,
Oi, you trying to give me a heart attack?
I have answers for you.
Who are you?
I've come to answer your prayers and to show you the road.
Who are you anyway?
You'll find out in your dreams. Sleep.
I like the way he talks. He seems friendly enough. And he looks Jewish.
So you can see Mendel is confused, but he's been questioning why he's on this earth. And that's a question that pretty much every single one of us asks. It is the existential question of life. So in this musical, Mendel is taken on a journey in a vision that is clear as day to him. He gets to meet Yeshua Messiah, the Jewish rabbi. This musical is Jeremiah Ginsburg's revelation of the new covenant, given specifically to the Jewish people for the Jewish people. It is 100% biblical from the prophet Jeremiah of the Old Testament. There are many musical nods to traditional Hebrew and even Russian music, such as Biddy Biddy Bim Boom Boy. And of course we see Yeshua as not just the rabbi, but also the compassionate man. He finds the Pharisees about to stone Miriam of Magdala, calling her a whore. Yeshua comes on the scene and the Pharisees try to provoke Yeshua. And he writes in the sand and says this.
This woman was taken in adultery.
In the very act.
I saw it.
And we are commanded by the law of Moses that such as this should be stoned.
Stoned? My neighbors in Brooklyn get stoned all the time. You could smell it for blocks. Nothing ever happens to them.
What should we do to her, Rabbi?
Yes. What do you say, Rabbi? He is ignoring us.
You who are without sin, you cast the first stone.
And at that point, we see Yeshua the nurturer, the shepherd of the flock. Not the one who casts stones, but the one who brings the sheep back to his flock with the song The Shepherd of Old.
So come to me, the shepherd of old, and enter in into my sheepfold. I know my sheep, and they know me. I lay down my life that they may be free. Oh, little lamb, beware the wolf. He hastens to kill and destroy. He's very sly. He'll tell a lie to capture and steal what is mine. So hear my voice and follow me, that ye may be safe in my pastures. Come to me, I am He, your master, the shepherd
fold. Come to me, I am He, your Master, the Shepherd of all.
In this show, the devil, or Beelzebub as he is known, takes on many forms. But Ginsberg's depiction is of an old vaudeville showman, always looking for adulation and a laugh. And in many ways, I think this is an accurate depiction. Beelzebub is the master of entertainment. He invites you to his show.
Entertainment is starting. Come on down, it's real hot. The fork in the highway. Turn down, I'll do it my way. Riding high on the byway. Come on down, it's real hot. Come on down, it's real hot. Come on down, it's real hot.
Oh,
Say, can you see what we're doing to thee?
Beelzebub is played by my friend, the talented Stephen Lynn White, and he exudes all of Beelzebub's tricks. In our current society, we have lots of shiny toys and distractions that keep us away from God. They become new objects of worship. So Beelzebub is not the Halloween costume of a red-horned devil with a cape. He's in every aspect of desire, and he has a team of demons that assist him: fear, pride, liar, and lust. And he commands them in subterfuge.
free rhyme, by the way. Guru Louis, tell them that there are many gods and many paths to enlightenment. Because, my favorite part, they'll think that they're worshiping God, but they'll be worshiping me.
Yes, boss.
So you see, Beelzebub has a way of making the secular progressive world, this faithless world, attractive to the average person. In rejecting Yeshua, people come to embrace and worship something else. And with the message to his disciples, Yeshua tries to explain how he is the embodiment of the new covenant that the prophet Jeremiah spoke of. Jeremiah 31 says, "But this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, says the Lord. I will put my law in their minds and write it on their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. No more shall every man teach his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they all shall know me, from the least of them to the greatest of them, says the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and their sin I will remember no more." And with that, Simon Peter sings a very dramatic operatic aria about the new covenant.